All right. We're live, motherfuckers. Let's just see what's going on. See what is going on. I need to find the live chat. Here we go. All right. We're here. Finally. Finally back. Got 0 viewers. It's all good. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. This may be the time that nobody tunes in. The time that nothing happens. But we'll see. Let's see what goddamn happens. Is there anybody out there? See what happens. All right. We got 1 viewer. Hell yes. I wonder if I'm on a delay that I accidentally put on. Let's have a look. I don't think so. Going, everybody. The one person who's here. At least. What is going on? It's been a slow motherfucking week. Hey, CEO, how's it going, man? Or lady? I'm not sure. All right. Just wait for some people to come in and then we'll start doing some shit. I think I'm on a delay. We've got 2 people watching. That's cool. Nope, cool. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. Didn't think I was going to be streaming today, but just decided last minute I might as well. I'm not doing anything today, so, there's that. So basically, okay, cool. So basically, I've not been doing any podcast kind of things in the last couple of weeks just because busy and shit. Hey, Marvelous, how's it going? And at the same time, I didn't know if I was going to keep doing it because, as much as I thought the idea of doing a podcast live stream thing was a good idea, I didn't really love how structured it had become, and it was, just kind of stiff. I prefer to just relax and just talk to you guys and do a whole bunch of shit and talk about music and not really worry about iTunes and all that shit. So I'm just going to start doing it like the live chats were back in the day. So that's kind of the plan for this. Just going to talk to you guys, talk about some of the songs that come out, just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So I think that's a better way of doing this, and I think it'll be a bit more fun. And at the same time, there's going to be a lot of songs that you guys asked me to give my opinion on that I haven't actually listened to yet. So TJ just asked about the new Queens of the Stone Age song. I haven't listened to it yet, but I've heard really good things. I've heard it's really different. I've heard it's quite dancey, but not in like a pop way, but quite dancey. And so I'm excited to listen to it. I just haven't gotten around to it. There's been a whole bunch of songs that I haven't listened to this week that I haven't gotten around to. Songs from Hands Like Houses, songs from Queens of the Stone Age, of course. The new song from Counterparts I haven't listened to yet. The Killer song I have listened to, and I will definitely talk about that because I've got some big thoughts on that. And also, I haven't done any reviews this week because there's really been nothing that's come out that's review worthy. I listened to 2 records. I listened to the record from 100th and the record from Broadside, and I just didn't really have anything to say about them. I found them both very average. I really I thought the Broadside album was good up to a point, and then the acoustic song came in, and then the ukulele song came in, and I was like, I'm fucking done with this shit. And yeah, that Queens of the Stone Age album produced by Mark Ronson, is pretty crazy. I wasn't really stoked on that when I heard it, but you know, I've heard good things about the first song, so there's that. My opinion on System of a Down. I love System of a Down. I was actually watching live videos of them this morning because I put together like a playlist of all my favorite System of a Down songs and was listening to that on the way to work on Friday. And then didn't hear good things about them at Download, and then watched a few live videos, and they've kind of been going downhill live wise. So yeah, but I like System of a Down a lot. And yeah, 100th, Julie Vera and Broadside all came out this week. I just didn't really have much to say about 100th or Broadside. 100th, the music was good, but the vocals pissed me off because it's just covered in reverb. And then Broadside, the guy's got a good voice, but I just can't get into it. And I didn't really have anything to say about it that much. TJ says, you know, it's a fucked up year for music when Nickelback releases a better album than Linkin Park. I haven't listened to that either. I don't know. There's just been nothing that's really grabbed my attention this week. But next week we've got Imagine Dragons, so I'm gonna have to review that one because A, they're a big band. B, I loved their first record, hated their second one, and C, I haven't heard anything from it, but I'm not excited for it. Let's see what else you guys are saying. The Royal Blood album, never been into them. They're not really the kind of genre of music that I cover, so I didn't check it out, but I'll have a listen to it. CEO says favorite System of a Down song. That's a hard one. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Let me have a look at my playlist, and I'll try and give you one. And I'll try and give you one that's not a single, like BYOB or all that song, any of that stuff. I'd say it's a three-way tie. I'd say it's a three-way tie between Radio Video, Violent Pornography, and Bounce. Those are probably my top three, and I can't really choose between those three. That would be, yeah, my top three System of a Down songs. But yeah, busy week. So, sorry, not busy week, lazy week. Every now and then I like to take a week off. I haven't taken a week off in fucking forever. And this week with the albums that came out, I just decided this week was the perfect time to do it. Marvelous says, I like the new Broadside, hated the 100th new album. It was so boring. Yeah, see, here's the thing with the 100th album. It was really interesting for 3 songs. I didn't like the vocals from the start. That was the thing that got me, but I really enjoyed the instrumental. The thing is, when the vocals are like that every single song for the whole record, and the music is pretty similar to each other, there are some really cool elements going on, like elements of Alexisonfire, elements of Circus of Life. But yeah, with those vocals, everything starts to blend together after like 3 songs. TJ says, yo, Christian, if My Wicked Heart releases an EP, could you review it? Maybe. I'd listen to it for sure. I might review it on here. I wouldn't do a proper review because for the amount of time that I have to put into a like proper in-depth review, it takes me about I'd say at least 6 hours per album. At least, at the very, very minimum. That's listening to it like 4 or 5 times, writing notes, listening to it one more time, doing the review, editing the review, putting up the review. It's way more than 6 hours if I'm honest, but send it to me and I'll check it out. What kind of music is it? What was my favorite album of the decade so far? This is an easy one for me. It's my favorite album of all time, and that's The Raven That Refused to Sing by Steven Wilson. Definitely my album of all time, let alone this decade. Aiden says, ever heard of Dead by April? What do you think of the new album? Never heard of them. But what kind of music do they play? You thought Free was a better record than Rare? Is that 100th? Yeah. I haven't listened to them before, and I was quite disappointed. I like the music, but the vocals really just annoy me. What else have we got to say? Okay, let's talk about some of the songs that came out this week. Well, over the last couple of weeks because I haven't been here for a little bit. So let's see what's going on. Did you any of you guys see Avenged Sevenfold release a new track? They're going to start doing like bonus songs from the stage. And this one's called Malagueña Rosa. And it's a cover of a Mexican track. It's nuts. Like, I saw the name of it and the artwork, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't think it was going to be like a Mexican thing. And then I turned it on, and I just couldn't help but laugh. Those guys are so funny. They know exactly who their audience is, and they know, exactly what they're doing. They know it's not meant to be taken seriously. And goddamn, it was so funny. It's such a great. They do a really good job. I didn't expect them to do it in Spanish either, and they absolutely did. Really, really funny. But like, yeah. So, just for a laugh, go and check it out because it's just there's still so much skill involved in it, but it's just funny that they're doing a Mexican song. Let's see what you guys saying. Hey TJ, get your band to follow me on Instagram, and I'll follow you back. And when your album's coming out or EP or whatever, send it to me and I'll give it a listen. So what do you guys want me to talk about? What songs do you think I've listened to? I'll tell you this much. I haven't listened to the new Silverstein song. I haven't listened to the Counterpart song. I haven't listened to the Queens of the Stone Age song. But everything else I've kind of listened to. I've been on a real kick of going back and listening to old records this week and just, doing that. I've been listening to so much new music over the past 2 years. It was good to go back and listen to some old stuff. So I listened to some System of a Down. I listened to some Mastodon. I just been on an old school metal kick this week, and I also didn't listen to the new Thy Artist Murder song. I've never been into that band, honestly. The vocalist in my band, back when he was screaming, got actually trained by CJ for a bit, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I've never really gotten into them. I respect them highly, but yeah, I've never been really into them. I might check out the new record though. I think I'm gonna have to because I did Suicide Silence, and I'm gonna have to do the Thy Artist Murder record. Have I listened to the new Julie Vera album? I haven't. Jewel Vera, sorry. Isn't she like heaps poppy? All right. So, what are you guys thinking about this new song from The Killers? Because I've got some opinions on that shit, and I do mean shit literally. It's probably the worst song of the year so far. I think could be. It's. I couldn't believe that Brendan Flowers went on BBC Radio 1, talked about this song, and then played it, and then was still like, oh, yeah, how good was that? Like, I think the instrumental is really cool. I think it's really, really cool. But then the vocals come in, and oh my God, it's horrendous. I've never heard someone embarrass themselves so badly on a track before. He's singing, he's doing everything he can to sound nothing like himself. He's trying to do all this stupid shit with falsetto and just doing all this crap. And it's awful, just absolutely awful. Um, I just couldn't believe it. And it stays at the same pace the whole time. But it's not even about that. It's about just how bad the vocal performance is. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that they wrote that. He sung that into a microphone. The producer went, perfect take. That's great. Move on. Band went, can't hear anything wrong here. And then all the label, everyone was just like, yep, we're okay with this. Yeah, let's make this the first single. That's the first single. I'm really worried about this goddamn album. It can't be good. Yeah, TJ, my Instagram is Chris Sevsons, all one word, no capitals, all that kind of shit. Last record I bought. Let me be right back and I'll show you. All right, so last record I bought would be this bad boy, Last Young Renegade by All Time Low. And the thing is, who wants a copy of it? Because I can give you a copy of it because it came with a free download code. There's been so much hate for this record, and I just don't understand it. I think my review was the only positive review on fucking YouTube. I just don't get the hate for it. I think it's great. I keep listening. Like, I'm still listening to it very often. There's some songs on there that I can't wait to see live. There's songs on there that I've seen live already. I've seen 3 of the songs live already. I think it's great. There are some songs on there that aren't great, but there are some absolute bangers. Nightmares isn't a great track, I'll admit that. Afterglow's awful. Nice to Know You's pretty, standard, but you got songs like Drugs and Candy, which is one of my favorite songs of the year. You got Last Young Renegade, you got Life at the Party, you got Dark Side of Your Room, you got Ground Control. So many great songs. And yeah, that's a pretty good album, I think. And yeah, I don't really get the hate. Other than, they changed sounds, so let's hate on it. So, person with the best questions today, I'm going to give a free copy of this to. Well, actually, no. I'm just going to put it up at the end of the thing. Actually, you know what? I'll just put it up now. So, going to put up this download code. Whoever downloads it first can get it. So, boom. Cool. That should be enough time for you to get it. So yeah, a good album in my opinion, and I bought it on vinyl before it came out. Heard people saying it was bad. I regretted buying it on vinyl. Then I listened to it, and I was like, glad I bought this. My favorite record that I own, I don't own a lot. Since my vinyl collection video ages ago, I've only bought 2 vinyls. I've only just started getting back into buying it. It's expensive over here, so that's why. My favorite one that I own is probably, I got the deluxe edition of Blink 182's California, and I love that record, both of those records. So that's probably mine. All right, let's go back through what you guys have been saying. What is my favorite August Burns Red album? I can't say that I've listened to them before, sorry. But when they put out a new record, I'll listen to that. So that'll be my first exposure. Melodic death metal fans. What do you classify as melodic death metal? Give me some bands. What do I think of Wage War? Again, a band that I've never listened to, but a band. There's a lot of bands that I need to listen to. And my strategy of doing that now is I'll wait for them to put out a record. I'll listen to that. And if I like it, I'll go back to their old stuff. That's kind of my strategy to getting into new bands now. And it's working quite well. Yeah, I haven't listened to Plotting New or Hands Like House's new song. I've been quite lazy this week. As I said, I was taking a week off from doing, any reviews or anything, because I haven't done that in fucking forever. And so this week seemed like as good a time as any. So lots of August Burns Red fans, I'm thinking. So, all right, I'll check them out. Because you guys are saying nothing but great things. My Wicked Heart followed me, so follow back. Hell yeah. And TJ. Yes, sick. Easy done, bro. Favorite album of the 2000s, 2000 to 2009. Let's see what was out in 2000 to 2009. Oh, you know what? I'd have to say Thermata by Carnival. It's probably the one for me. How was the week off? It was really good. I didn't really get up to much, which was a very big change for me. Usually, you know, every day I'm listening to a new album. I'm deciding which ones out of the ones I listen to that I'm going to review. I'm starting to, do all that kind of stuff. I'm working. I'm doing uni. And then writing music and figuring out what covers I'm going to do. And it's just like, it gets pretty hectic sometimes. It's what I need to take a couple of weeks off from doing this because I just had so much stuff on. I'm getting prepared to do an acoustic gig next weekend. So been doing that. That's kind of been the thing that I've been focusing on this week. So getting ready for that. Um, Listening to records. I've been listening to all the records that have come out this week. I just took a week off from reviewing because there wasn't anything really memorable. And there's still a couple of albums I need to listen to. If one really stands out to me, I will review it. But yeah, the week off's been really good. I kind of needed it, and I'm excited to get back to doing this all again, all my reviews and stuff next week. What am I studying at uni? I'm studying music production. So I'm studying to be a producer, engineer. And yeah, got about a year left and it's going well. Hey Tundra, how's it going, man? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Yeah, so basically next week, I'm gonna review Imagine Dragons. I'm not sure what else I'll review. There doesn't seem to be anything else really coming out. But yeah. My favorite prog rock band. Steven Wilson for me, I'd say. It's a really hard time for me to choose between Steven Wilson, Tesseract, and Carnival, but I'd have to give it to Steven Wilson. I was actually watching his DVD last night and just reminding myself what a great musician that guy is. So I'd say Steven Wilson. Oh, cool, Austin. What are you doing in the music industry? What's my favorite Architects album? I'm gonna have to give it to All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us. I think they just keep getting better and better, and I think All Our Gods is definitely the peak of their powers at the moment. What I'm expecting from the new Paris album, I don't know anymore. After that single came out this week, I have no idea what to expect because obviously I loved Heaven. Like obviously because I reviewed it, I covered it, I talked about it so much. I really love that song. And then What's Wrong came out, and I haven't listened to it since I reviewed it. I just don't like it. So two songs that are pretty polar opposite from each other, and now I have no godly idea what to expect from the record. But if it's anything like What's Wrong, I'm not going to be a fan. You just listen to Lost Forever again? Yeah, I love that record as well. I didn't think they'd ever be able to top it, but I think they did. TJ's going to do a Black Sabbath cover. That's pretty sick. What kind of? So it's just metalcore that you're playing, TJ? Am I a fan of Parkway Drive? Yes, a general fan, not a massive fan. I like songs. I did like Aya not last year, year before that. I'm excited to hear what they do next. But yeah, I'm a general fan of Parkway Drive. Never been like fully into them. They kind of passed me by back when they exploded. And I've listened to all the records and I enjoy all the records, but I haven't really paid much attention to them. They haven't released anything since I've been doing YouTube, so I haven't really been able to delve right into it. But yeah, I'm a general fan of Parkway Drive. What else are you guys saying? Keep hitting me up. I'm much preferring this more, unstructured. I'm just going to answer questions for a bit, kind of thing. And I'm not going to do this every week from now on. I think I'm going to do it every 2-3 weeks, just because I was really digging to try and find anything to talk about. Do you like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? I've never listened to them. They seem to be releasing a record every month. Is that a thing that's happening? let me know because I've never listened to them. They won Best Hard Rock Artist at the Arias last year, which is our um, awards show over here, and that just annoyed me because they're obviously not hard rock. Um, Austin says 5 records this year. That's pretty impressive. Like I got to respect that, but that's a lot of music. Am I a fan of the 1975? I am. I love the first record. I didn't really like the second record all that much. I thought the first half was really strong, and then it just kind of got boring and very samey. I have a lot of friends that'll be angry at me for saying that, but that's my opinion on it. I just saw so many people giving it their best record of the year last year, and I couldn't believe it. It wasn't even in my top 40. Um, Nonagon Infinity is kind of hard. Yeah, but I mean, they were up against, you know, serious bands, like heavy bands. That's my thing. Um, New Royal Blood album was good. Check it out. I will check it out. It's not really my thing, but I'm gonna check it out for sure. I don't know if you heard Half. They only played it live. It sounds a lot more like Heaven. I feel like we are not going to get much of the What's Wrong kind of style. Yeah, I saw that they've been playing that live. I don't want my first listen to that song to be through a crappy live recording, so I haven't checked it out. But if it's like Heaven, then I'm keen on it. Do I like the word alive, and what do you think about the new songs? I love the word alive. Not okay. Let me change what I just said there. I love the last Word Alive record. I didn't like them up till then, but I thought the last record was really impressive. It nearly made my top 20. It was very, very close. And I've liked the songs they've released since then. Less so because I feel like they're missing something without Luke Holland, but I do like that band, and I hope they do well. I haven't heard of Oh Sleeper. Sorry. Alter Bridge is so good. I've been a general fan of Alter Bridge. I like songs here and there. I do respect them a lot. Um, I think Miles Kennedy's got a brilliant voice. Do I listen to Don Broco? I don't. There's a lot of bands that I don't listen to, surprisingly. Will you please ask my question about Nine Inch Nails? Oh, about whether I like them. Um, I've never really given them that big of a listen. I like a few songs that I've heard. Um, yeah, I like songs from them. I'm excited to hear a new record from them. I think that I'm blanking on his name. Goddamn. I can see him in my head as well. Anyway, the main guy in Nine Inch Nails is just brilliant. It is kind of hard to listen to every band. I do my best as well. I've kind of kept it to now, you know, reviewing the records that are coming out and discovering new bands that way. I think that's the best way, because yeah, it's just the best way to do it. It's why I'm excited to listen to the new Neck Deep record because I've listened to their old records like once or twice. Never really jumped out to me, but I do really like one of the 2 singles they've released. Trent Reznor, that's it. That's it. Yeah, Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor. He's a he's a brilliant man. Um, musically. What am I expecting from the new Of Mice and Men record? I'm not expecting a lot, to be fair. It's not their fault that there's this void missing from their music now. Um, the fact that they didn't even try and replace Austin, I think, is a sign that you know there's not going to be a lot of greatness on that record. I haven't liked either of the 2 singles, and yeah, I don't think. I think the thing that made Of Mice and Men so special was Austin, and without him, they're just another standard metalcore band. My favorite Counterparts record. I haven't listened to them. I've listened to songs from them. Just again, a band that have kind of passed me by. But when I did my top 10 metal guitarists with Blake McConnell, He put them in there, and that made me check them out a little bit, and they're really good. And yeah, I know, I haven't listened to them yet, but I absolutely will when a record comes out. Mice and Men were interesting in the past, but now they're boring. Completely agree. I was so glad that I got to see them live one last time. Like, I didn't realize it was going to be the last time that Austin was in Australia with Mice and Men, and I'm really glad that I saw them twice. I saw them at Soundwave Festival, and I went to their sideshow, and I got to meet them, which was sick. And I got to talk to Austin for a bit, and so I'm really glad I got to do that. No offense to the bassist, but he's not the frontman of Mice Needs. I completely agree. I think he's an average metalcore clean vocalist, and he's an even more average dirty vocalist. Walk the Moon. I used to love Walk the Moon on their first record. I saw them live supporting a band from over here called the Rubens, and they stole the entire show. They were brilliant. Then I hate to use the words sold out, but they sold out, and they're kind of crap now. Have I checked out Ocean Grove's Black Label EP? Sure have. I checked it out before I went and saw them support Architects. I think it's impressive. I think it shows the potential that they met on Rhapsody Tapes. What is the weirdest album I have ever heard? There's an album that came out this year that is really, really good. Not my kind of thing, but God, I respect the fuck out of it. It's from a guy called Zeal and Ardor. It's kind of like chain gang slave music with lots of chanting, and it's infused with black metal. It's great. It's like really, really, if you want something really different, really impressive, and just musically on point, Zeal and Ardor, go check it out. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I think it only goes for like 25 minutes. Let me quickly have a check at that. Let's have a look. Zeal and Ardor. It's called Devil is Fine. The first track, if his hooks don't get you on the first track, you won't like the record. But he's got a brilliant voice. It's 9 songs long. It's 25 minutes. Go and check out Zeal and Ardor. Great, great, great record. Not my kind of thing. Not in my top 20 of the year. But it is a great record. Have I ever heard of Harken? My band's actually what's the word? We are campaigning to get the support slot on Harken's Australian tour. So I'll let you know if that happens. What do I think about Bring Me the Horizon and their evolution? And I love Bring Me the Horizon up until Sempiternal. I can't get into That's the Spirit. I liked That's the Spirit on first listen. I really liked it. I didn't get everyone's hate. But every time I've listened to that record, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. There are good songs on it. Happy Song's great. Doomed is awesome. But I just can't stand it. And the fact that they're lip singing live now, I'm not excited for new Bring the Horizon music. I really hope that they go back to doing something heavy again. After hearing Ollie on While She Sleeps album, he sounds so good doing that. And it would be such a shame if he never does that again. But it's not looking good. Have I listened to Starset? I haven't. But I need to check out Vessels. I saw it come out a few months ago, and I absolutely need to check it out. There's a few records I haven't checked out this year. Records from, Can't Swim, Starset, just a whole bunch that I need to check out, and then hopefully do like an album roundup at the end of the year. And yeah, that'll be fun. Any bands that you should try to interview? Local or bigger? Also, fun fact, you interviewed the bassist of OLN a long time ago. That's really cool. I met Matt and the bassist from Our Last Night at Soundwave a few years ago, which was really cool. It's the only time they've ever been over to Australia, and they killed it. It was on the Oak Island EP. It was awesome. But yeah, bigger or smaller bands that you want to interview, because I don't know. I don't know what kind of connections you have to get interviews. And no, I haven't heard the new Pain of Salvation album. I told you at the beginning of this thing, there's going to be a lot of things you're going to ask for my opinion on that I'm not going to know about. Do I any? Sorry, fuck, that was bad English. Do I listen to any hip hop or rap? A little bit, not so much nowadays, but I do love myself some Kanye up till Yeezus. I'd like Eminem a lot. Um, Other than that, there's not a whole bunch that I enjoy. I liked the first B.O.B. record. It was really poppy, but I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. Um, there's an there's a rapper over here from Australia called 360 who's really good, but I don't listen to a lot of it. Oh, I'll be quite honest. Although I did watch a movie last year called Dope that had this great 90s hip hop soundtrack that I listen to all the time. Okay, so you want to interview bands that are big or small? Okay, well, um, I don't know. I don't really know. There's so many interviews out there right now that um, I think if you tried to find some smaller bands that have some potential, that'd probably be the best method to go and like try and get some smaller bands some attention by interviewing them and talking to them about their music. I also think like because I know that you're doing video stuff now, trying to do video interviews is probably the best way to do it as well. Something about typed out interviews makes it a bit less of a conversation. So being able to like have a conversation is probably the best way for you to do it. That'd be my advice. Thoughts on Def Havana? I thought their last record was actually quite good. There are some really good songs on it, but up before that, I haven't really listened to them. But I thought their last record was quite good. How familiar am I with Opeth? I know that they've been influenced by and helped by Steven Wilson a lot. I really, really liked their last record. It was in my top 20 of the year, but I still need to go back and listen to some of their older stuff. But yeah, really a big fan of Opeth from what I've heard. Oh, cool. That's really cool that you're starting to interview slightly bigger bands. I'm keen to read that Silent Planet one. Um, yeah, Opeth are awesome. What else, guys? Keep coming with these great questions. This is really, really some good stuff. Um, yeah. I've never really been able to get into Kendrick Lamar. I feel like he's really overrated, but that's just my opinion. And no, I haven't heard any Silent Planet. Actually, no, I listened to their last record. Sorry, but yeah, I thought it was quite good. Simple Plan was my ish back in 2010. Look, before that new record came, I was excited for the last record. It ended up being my least favorite record of the year. Um, like I really liked them. They put out a live DVD on their YouTube channel and got me straight back into them. But I really, really enjoyed Simple Plan up until the last record, which was my worst record of the year. So that was one of my guilty pleasures. You love Marvelous says I love live streams like this because when the live stream hits 100, you can't get one question in without donating. What do you mean donating? Are you throwing shade at someone? If so, type them up. I haven't really watched a lot of other live streams, but are you throwing shade at someone from within the music community? Um, Adam, that's a really good joke. If two vegans get into a fight, is it still considered beef? You know what? I'm going to send that to my band and see if they laugh. Let's see. All right. I'm going to type that. Vegans fight. is. Let's see the reaction to that. Have I heard Juggernaut by Periphery? Yes, I really, really enjoyed a lot of the songs on it. I think they should have condensed all the best songs into one album instead of doing a double album. But yeah, I really enjoy Juggernaut. But Select Difficulty is worlds above it. And yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly, I just couldn't get into, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm not hugely into hip hop. Like, I thought Yeezus was awesome. I thought it was brilliant. I thought the record before that from Kanye was also brilliant. But yeah, I've never been massive into hip hop. I've liked hip hop here and there, but never been something that I've connected to that much. As long as it's got aggression to it, that's when I'll get into it. And for me, I don't think Kendrick has that much aggression to his music. But that's just my opinion, you know. That's all I'm here to give, is my opinion. What else do you guys got to say? What else is going on? I don't know, man. I like the classics of hip hop: NWA, Public Enemy, Kanye, Eminem. All that shit. Have I heard of Make Them Suffer? They're a unique band you'll love. I've heard of Make Them Suffer. Are they from here? I think they're from Australia. Maybe that's another band that I'm thinking of. Um, let's see. Hmm. I get it a lot if it's all about money and women. I don't love all of it, but I do some. Yeah, that's the thing with rap. All of it is about, you know, sex and money at the moment, and that's not something that I can relate to half of that. Not the money side. Um, yeah, I used to love hip hop when it was hard hitting, but yeah, that's back when it had something to do with rock music. Like back when, you know, if NWA had headlined Download Festival, that would have been a no brainer because they've got so much to do with rock music, obviously. Um, come on. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Austin says Stormzy. After hearing him on that Linkin Park record, no way, no fucking way with Stormzy for me. He's the kind of British rapper that me and my mates make fun of all the time. Um, Scale the Summit, Animals as Leaders, and Chon. Any of them do I like? Um, I like Animals as Leaders a lot. I've got the Chon record on my phone now, and I'm going to listen to it after this. That may be a record that, if I really enjoy it, I'll review. Yeah, I'm going to check out the Chon record like today. Yeah, Animals as Leaders are great. I thought the last record was really entertaining for about half of it. Started to blend together a little bit, but the Brain Dance is awesome. It's probably one of the better instrumental prog songs ever. But I thought they were actually upstaged by Plini, who put out a brilliant record last year. If you haven't heard of Plini, and you like Animals as Leaders, go check out Plini. I think he's great. And yeah, I want to forget about One More Light as well. Awful record. I'm gonna have to talk about it one more time this year as well when I do my worst albums of the year. So there's that. You like the new Tron record? I'm excited to check it out. I didn't realize that it had come out this week, and then I saw it in my Apple Music, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So there's two records that I still have to listen to this week. That'd be Chon and Zeta, which is a side project from Dan Tompkins from Tesseract. So I'm going to check that out as well. Yeah, Pliny is great. Intervals I need to check out for sure because Pliny and Intervals tour together a lot. So I need to check them out. Hopefully I'll get to support Pliny soon because he's from Australia and we got to get in with that dude for sure because he's great. I think he'd have us on a show for sure. especially considering I keep promoting the fuck out of him. What else, guys? Let's go. We might do 5 more minutes. End at 12. And then we'll do this again sometime soon. By the way, are you guys liking this more chilled out thing, just talking to you guys? Because I felt like it just got a little bit more structured. Help me out. Should I get a drum kit or a new guitar amp? Depends. Can you play drums at all? And what's wrong with your current guitar amp? Adam, you asked the question that I love to answer. Do I listen to Devin Townsend at all? All right, time for another little bit of a rant. So if you go onto my channel and look at my most popular videos, you will see a review there from Devin Townsend. Go through the comments of that video. So what happened was I reviewed his new record. I thought it was fine. I think I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I didn't really enjoy the vocals all that much, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was a pretty damn average progressive rock album. So what Devin Townsend decided to do, because I didn't kiss his dick enough, is go onto his page, post my review, and basically get all his fans to come and attack me for not sucking his dick and giving him a 5 out of 5. And so go through all those, comments. Basically, I think that Devin Townsend is a cunt, and he's a very childish man. So no respect for that guy at all. Problem with Linkin Park is they like to change it up from record to record, which old fans don't like. I don't care about the change. I just think that this time they didn't change for artistic reasons. They changed for monetary reasons. Yeah, well, if you got a Cube amp, yeah, I'd say get a new amp and then maybe get some drums a bit later. Unless you want to just do drums, then just do that. Like whatever one you enjoy more, do that. But yeah, Devin Townsend, complete prick. And I even fully went at him in the DMs as well. Like I messaged him and went at him. And he backtracked like a motherfucker. But yeah, it was a fun time. I don't comments don't affect me at all. But I found it quite childish that he would send his fans after me because I gave him a 3.5 out of 5, which is, in my opinion, pretty good score. But he's an egotistical prick, so there's that. Limp Bizkit. I like a few songs. I've never listened to a full Limp Bizkit record, but I like a few songs. Austin, is that question directed at me? Do I want to buy your 7-string? I don't have any money, man. I'm a poor boy. So, sorry. Yeah, I'm a poor man, so I can't buy you 7-string. Apologies. I don't even know how to play 7-string. Yeah, that's what I thought. 3.5 out of 5. It's a good score. I thought it was a fine record. I thought it's not something that I was going to go back to and listen to again, but I thought it was quite well put together. I thought there were some good riffs on there. I thought there were some good songs, but he doesn't like it when people don't give him a perfect score. So, yeah. Tell me what I think about Architects Live. I think they're one of the best live bands on the planet at the moment. I've reviewed them twice on this channel live already. So you go check out those reviews. But yeah, I think they're absolutely brilliant. Great live band, and one of the best bands on the planet at the moment, doing some really great things. So yeah, there's that. I Prevail or Attila? Attila, because I Prevail are real bad. And at least Attila are trying instead of just, Attila are doing something unique while I Prevail are trying to cash in on all the cliches of metalcore music. My Chemical Romance, I really enjoy. Everybody keeps saying they want them to come back. Guys, it's been like 3 years. Give it some fucking time. But yeah, I like MCR for sure. A few more questions and then I'll wrap this up. Hey Austin, are you from Australia? Because I also saw them supporting Amity, and they fucking smashed Amity out of the fucking park because Amity suck a dick. That tour was so funny. It was just like Amity put on every single band that could make them look really shit. They put on Architects, Issues, Straight from the Path, D's Nuts. And then they expected to follow that and put on a good show. Idiots. My top 5 bands. Jeez. It's a hard question. John Mayer, Steven Wilson, Switchfoot, Carnival, and this is a hard one. And Our Last Night. Am I going to review Silverstein's new album? Absolutely, I will. I'll absolutely be reviewing the new Silverstein album. Have I heard of Thank You Scientists? They're like Dream Theater, but with horns, trumpets, etc. I've never heard of them. I like Dream Theater up until the vocals come in. So I listen to a lot of their instrumental stuff all the time. But yeah. And yeah, the new Our Last Night EP is incredible. If you haven't watched the review yet, go check it out. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I'm going to wrap this bad boy up. Thanks so much for watching again today, guys. There's been a lot of people in here today. Probably the most that have stayed in here consistently in my whole time doing any of these live streams. I hope you guys enjoyed the more laid back feel of it and just being less structured, just basically answering your guys' questions for 45 minutes or however long this has been going for. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this today, guys. And I don't think I'll be doing this every week, but whenever I feel the urge to come and do this, I will absolutely do it. I think it'll be like once every 2 weeks, and just so that I have something to talk about, because the last few times I did the podcast, I was really struggling to find stuff to talk about because I was just covering everything every week, and sometimes there's not a whole lot to talk about in a week. So yeah, I'll see you guys as soon as I do this again. If you want updates on when I'm going to do this again, follow me on Twitter at Christian_Doyle. Follow me on Instagram at Chris Sevsons. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Reviews this week of Imagine Dragons and something else, if that happens. And Adam, it's like just hit midday here. So yeah. All right. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.